What is good, YouTube? Your boy about to go for a little spin. Just kidding. You guys can't really even see it because like they're barely coming down. But it is snowing outside, guys. It is May 9th and it is snowing outside. Highly disappointed in Ohio weather this year. Highly disappointed. 2020 has been off to a weird start. But guys, I believe that God is about to turn this year around. This COVID-19 is just about to magically disappear. And things is about to start turning around, as the good gospel song says. But y'all saw the title of the video, man. Today, I am talking about why. Why at 22 years old does a man want a street glide, a Harley Davidson street glide? So let's jump in. So sadly, since I can't ride them, I guess I'll just have to sit here and look at them underneath the cover all day. Just kidding. I always get the question, man, like on days like today, like people be like, man, why don't you get out there and ride? Well, first off, it's snowing outside. Don't really like riding in the snow. And even though it's just a little flurry here, a little flurry there, still don't ride in the snow. Second off, guys, it's weird. So as a lot of you guys know, but a lot of you guys don't know and don't understand our problems up north here, you know, when we have nice days like in March, April, May, a lot of us motorcycle riders are thirsty, y'all. Thirsty to get out and ride because, y'all, we have been cooped up for 6 months. So once we start getting nice weather, we are ready to kick it. Like, we ready to get out here and ride. But, you know, on a day like today where it's only, I think it's like 40 degrees right now, you know, I'm not thirsty to ride because I've already gotten my first little ride jitters out the way last weekend. So your boy's feeling good when he picked up the glide and the day before when he was out on the Gixxer all day. But to jump into the video, well, first off, we're going to uncover this glide so y'all can see this pretty thing. Let's take a moment and just admire that beauty. I ain't uncover all the way up, but y'all get the point. Oh my gosh. Street glide sexy. Oh my gosh. Why in the world would a 22-year-old want one of these big Harley Davidson street glide motorcycles? All right, guys, so we got to rewind a couple years because this has been going on for a couple years. I actually did not just purchase this motorcycle, as most of you guys know. You've been following my channel for a while, or if you follow me on Instagram. I've had this bike since May of 2018. So I've had that bike for 2 years already. This is my third summer owning this beautiful piece of machinery. Now, as you guys know, and which you can't see in this angle, but the chrome wheels and chrome forks are new, as you guys saw a couple videos ago. I just was able to get that done, which is such a blessing because I've been wanting to do it for so long, and it is finally complete to the way that I've wanted this bike since I've had it. So, had this bike for 2 years, but why in the world would a good-looking fella like myself? All right, y'all, just playing, but you know, I ain't really playing, you know what I mean? But I mean, my girl be acting me up too much. But why in the world would a young 22-year-old, a young dude in his 20s, want one of these big old bikes, right? So it started back in 2015. So in 2015, my dad, he went out and bought this 2015 Harley Davidson Street Glide Special. He bought it brand new, and when he brought it home, you know, first, you know, I was kind of like, you know, this bike is all right, but you know, this is a grown man bike, you know. So he out here riding it or whatever, and you know, every now and then I'd be rolling with him on, I think at the time I was rolling my Gixxer. I had just got my Gixxer that year. So actually, no, I didn't even have my Gixxer in 15. I was rolling my 250. So I'd be out on the 250 or whatever, ride with him. I'd be like, yeah, this is a nice bike, whatever. But, you know, until one day when he let me ride it, I wasn't interested in getting one. So one day, later on that summer in 15, he was like, hey, man, I'm going to hop on the back. You ride me around the corner. And mind you, I'm scared out of my mind because if you've never rode one of these bikes, y'all, this is a big mama. Like, this is a big girl, y'all. Like, this bike is huge. Like, you sit on that thing, you got to get adjusted to this thing because it's like, yeah, dang. Like, this thing is big. You know what I mean? And it's intimidating to a newer rider like myself because I'm like, you want me to ride this? And then you go hop on the back? You tripping. But anyways, he let me take him around the corner. He trusted me. I don't know how, but he did. And I took him around the corner, and I did just fine. And I was like, dang, this bad boy nice. And then a couple weeks later, he let me take it up the street a couple times by myself. And I'm like, you know, I kind of like this thing. But I wasn't fully sold yet. So that was my junior year of high school, between my junior and senior year high school. Following summer, my dad added a couple goodies to his motorcycle. So then he went out and got these chrome agitator wheels. He put the CFR, the Kerry Foss Racing exhaust on there. And he went out and did a couple little things, just basically freshened it up. How mine looks freshened up now. So he went out, did this stuff. And when I tell y'all that thing rolled different with them pipes, man, your boy was addicted after that. And mind you, I was 18 years old. I had just graduated from high school because it was 2016, and I was dead broke. Like, I was like literally dead broke. Like, I had just graduated high school. I was about to go off to college. And you know, when you going off to college, you ain't got no money. You struggling trying to rub your pennies together because you about to figure out how you about to pay this technology fee that the college is charging. So I was broke. But I knew after riding his bike when he got it back, after he put his pipes on there and the way it was looking, I was like, man, I got to get me one of these one day. So mind you, that year is when this color got introduced with Harley Davidson. So mind you, I'm out and about with my dad one day, and if you ride a motorcycle or you ride a Harley, you know, you just sort of end up at the bike shop. You know, it's just something you do when you out and about sometimes. So me and my dad, you know, when we out and about running around, he'll be like, you want to go to the bike shop? And I'll be like, yeah, you know, why not? Let's go look around real quick. So we ended up at the bike shop, and mind you, once we walked in the door, they had this colored bike, and it was parked kind of right as you walk in the door, and you couldn't miss it. And like, as y'all see, this color is just popping. Like, some people hate it, I love it, but like, you can't miss it. Like, you ain't gonna walk by and not even notice it. Like, you gonna see it. So I walked in the door, and I happened to see it, and I said, God damn, that's a sexy mo. What? She's sexy. So at that point, it all kind of, it like manifested in my mind, y'all. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, it's something like when you see something that you want, and once you see it, you kind of believe like you can have it and get it. At the time, this bike, they were asking, when it was on the showroom floor that day, they were asking right around somewhere between $27,000 and $30,000 for this motorcycle. And mind you, like I said, at the time, I think I'm working at Outback as a host, making like $10 an hour. So there was no way that I was gonna be able to get one of these, right? So 2016 goes by, 2017 goes by, and then 2018 is when I come upon college graduation. Because if you don't know my story, I graduated from high school with 2 years of college knocked out. I don't know why I put up 4 or 2. Graduated with 2 years of college knocked out, and I only had 2 more years to go. So in 2018 came my graduation, and I had a full-time job offer with a Fortune 500 company, about to be making bank. Y'all, I was about to come out of college making right around $50,000 a year. Had a company car, so I wasn't gonna have to go out and get a new car. So really, you know, your boy was like, you know, how much these hogs running, you know, because I was ready, like, and man, I was just so excited. So me and my dad started looking, and somehow I found this color. Actually, I didn't find, my dad found it on Cycle Trader. It was at a dealership a couple hours away from where we live at, and he sent it to me, and it was this color. It was this bike, actually, and it was, I think it was, I'm not even gonna tell y'all the price, because I'm gonna make a whole other video explaining what I paid for this motorcycle, as well as how much I paid for all the accessories that are on this motorcycle. But the price was right, you know what I mean? It was as right as, I mean, you're gonna get a Harley Davidson Street Glide 4, but saw the bike, went down there, looked at it, was able to get the financing, and boom, your boy was able to get his dream bike, his 2016 Harley Davidson Street Glide Special. 2 years after it came out, 2 years after I had this whole brain manifestation that I wanted the motorcycle, and that is kind of like why, like, I've kind of been guilty by association with these Street Glides. Like, my dad has one, all of my dad's best friends have Harleys, and you know, most younger guys, and I don't know if you can see it in this shop, but my Gixxer is back there, most younger guys want the sport bikes. But me, I'm fortunate, I already had the sport bike, you know what I mean? So I already had the bike that a supercar could pull up next to me and they could get smoked, or at least up to, you know, 150, 160. Only in Mexico though, right? Only in Mexico, right? So, you know, I already had that experience. So, you know, after I started seeing all the older fellas with the Harleys, the Street Glides, the Road Glides, I was like, man, you know, I gotta figure out what I gotta do to get out here and do that. So that's when, you know, I basically set the goal, you know what I mean? I was already hanging around, you know, people who was forcing me to think bigger, you know, forcing me to think that, dang, I can get one of these. I can make something like this happen, right? I was staying positive, y'all. I was staying positive. I was like, you know, I can. I believe that I can go out and get one of these motorcycles. You know, it was hard, y'all. I wasn't doing what everybody else does. You know what I mean? I had to figure out how I could get my credit score in order so that I could afford one of these, because Lord knows I didn't have how much money this bike costed in cash. So, you know, this needs to be financed, you know, and, you know, it was tough, y'all, but hey, God made it happen, y'all. Like, I didn't make that happen, God made it happen. And here it is 3 years later, and it's, you know, still here, you know, still running strong, and, you know, I'm just grateful. Like, I'm grateful. And I want to, like, make a, like, serious note in this video, y'all. Like, God made this happen, and everything you see in my life happen. I didn't do any of this. This is all God, all glory to him, right? But that is kind of what got me into wanting a Harley Davidson street glide. My dad, I'll blame it on you, Dad. It's your fault. It's your fault, man. Like, you the one that got me wanting this bike, because you don't want to let me ride yours. And then also all your friends, Art, Angelo, Danny, Garland, all y'all, man. Y'all all made riding a Harley Davidson or a Victory or whatever kind of cruiser everybody had, y'all all made it look too fun. Like, your boy just wanted one, and I had to figure out what I had to do in order to put myself in a position to be able to get one. So that's kind of my story of why, yeah, 22-year-old dude out here would want a Harley Davidson street glide, and kind of on how my story on how I got one. So I want to thank y'all for tuning into this video. If y'all enjoyed this video or other videos on my channel, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at TheRealDevinClark, and I will see y'all next video. Peace.